You have likely sat in that room. You watch someone read endless bullet points from a screen, while the audience sits trapped, staring blankly, completely disconnected from the material. The training market is saturated with people who can hold a microphone and talk. However, finding someone who can actually alter how an audience behaves after the session is over remains a rarity. When a session flatlines, it is rarely a software issue. Death by PowerPoint is the symptom of a breakdown in the underlying educational design, a failure to account for how the human brain processes new information. The Encyclopedic Trainer Diploma is a 9-axis curriculum designed to construct the craft of professional training from the ground up. Delivering material that sticks requires a system. While charisma may create temporary engagement, it lacks the structural engineering necessary to bridge the gap between a pleasant presentation and long-term memory retention. Adults learn differently than children. The science of andragogy shows that for training to be effective, new information must be anchored to a learner's existing professional experiences and immediate problems. Before building a single slide, a trainer must diagnose the specific gaps in an organization. This is achieved through a 4-level training needs analysis. We filter abstract stakeholder data through a 4-level diagnostic funnel. Vague requests translate into measurable competencies, represented as gears. When these lock, training objectives align with organizational goals, ensuring the course targets specific performance issues. Skipping this diagnostic phase reduces training to guesswork. Without it, you risk spending organizational resources on a solution that doesn't match the actual problem. Once the needs are clear, construction begins. A widely adopted industry framework for this process is the ADDIE model. The ADDIE cycle acts as a circular engine with 5 stages: analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. Zooming into development, trainers feed diagnostic data into AI, using prompt engineering to instantly generate targeted exercises and case studies. Tools like Midjourney and Gamma are then used to build the visual assets. This moves the project away from generic templates and towards a bespoke visual style tailored specifically to the course content. These elements are finally compiled into 2 detailed manuals, one for the trainer to lead the session and one for the trainees to use as a long-term reference. Here, AI serves as a production accelerator. The trainer acts as the lead architect, directing these tools to build immersive, structured learning experiences. With the materials engineered, the focus moves to the room. This is where the trainer transitions from a designer into a facilitator. Instead of lecturing, you use Socratic questioning. You guide the audience to discover the answers through their own logic and structured debriefing sessions. To maintain engagement, you apply specific gamification mechanics. These act as psychological triggers to increase motivation and focus. Combining mechanics with vocal engineering and body language provides the skills to de-escalate high-pressure situations, maintaining focus even during difficult group dynamics. Mastering room dynamics ensures that the audience remains active and contributors to the learning process, rather than passive observers. Beyond engagement, there is the business reality. Corporate clients invest in training because they expect a measurable return on investment. This staircase represents the Kirkpatrick model. It is used to track the impact of the training, from the learner's initial reaction up to the final business impact and financial ROI. Managing this process requires project management skills. A trainer must stay on schedule, remain within budget, and mitigate risks. This also requires a clear understanding of the market. Trainers must know how to price their services accurately and develop a personal brand that reflects their level of expertise. Even the most effective educational design must be financially sustainable and produce data that proves its value on a balance sheet. Knowing the theory is not enough. Graduation from this diploma is strictly based on a final practical evaluation. Each trainee must complete an instructional design project. This requires building a full branded training package from scratch, proving they can apply the frameworks in a real-world scenario. Then comes micro-teaching. You must stand and deliver a live session where your facilitation and room management skills are evaluated in real time. This radar chart shows the scoring across multiple categories. Expert committees use strict rubrics to evaluate everything from the visual identity of the slides to the effectiveness of the facilitation. Those who pass emerge as encyclopedic trainers. They possess the technical design skills and the professional branding needed to compete at the highest level of the market. Apply for the next cohort to begin the transition into professional instructional architecture.